Good evening, students and parents. Welcome to Module 2, Lesson 1. Our lesson objective is to multiply multi-digit whole numbers and multiples of 10 using place value patterns and the distributive and associative properties. To begin, we will look at this basic fact. 4 times 3 equals 12. Now let's try it by multiplying by a multiple of 10. 4 times 30. I learned in class to cover up the zeros and multiply. So I'm going to look at 4 times 3, which is 12. I have one zero in the problem, so I will tack a zero on at the end. 4 times 30 is 120. Look at this example. 40 times 30. This really means 4 tens multiplied by 3 tens. Again, as I learned in class, I will cover up the zeros. 4 times 3 is 12. In this problem, I have two zeros, so I will add two zeros to the end of my answer. 4 times 3 is 12, but 40 times 30 is 12 plus two zeros at the end, which equals 1200. Here were some of your homework problems you could pick from for this evening. Let's look at 1A. 1A asks you to multiply 43 by 30. I'm going to think about it like this. 43 ones times 3 tens. First of all, I'm going to do what I've learned in class, to cover up the zero. 43 times 3 is 129. Then, I need to cross out the S in the ones and the S in tens. If I'm multiplying 1 by 10, I end up with 10. That is why I have tens as a label. So 43 times 3 is 129 tens. Finally, I need to write the product in standard form. Again, I'm going to cover up the zero as my shortcut. 43 times 3 is 129. I have a zero, so I will add one zero to the end of my answer to get 1,290. To check my work, if I have 129 tens, that means I have to multiply the number by the value of the place I am in. I am in the tens place, which means I will multiply my number by the value of 10. So, 129 multiplied by 10 is 1,290. If you did this problem, hopefully you have the correct answer. If not, take a look at this again and make your changes. And here we are for problem 1B. 1B, I am asked to multiply 430 times 30. I'm going to think about it like this. 43 tens times 3 tens. I've removed the zeros temporarily. First of all, I will multiply 43 times 3 and I get 129. As in the previous problem, I'm going to cross out the S in tens and the S in the other tens. When I multiply 10 times 10, I have 100. So hundreds will be my label. So for this problem, 43 tens times 3 tens is 129 hundredths. Finally, I will solve for the product in standard form. 430 times 30. I will cross off the zeros and forget they are there for a while and multiply 43 by 3. I get 129. In this problem, I have two zeros, so I have to add two zeros to the end of my answer. So 430 times 30 is 12,900. To check my work, if I have 129 in the hundreds place, it means I multiply my number, in this case 129, by the value of the place I am in. In this case, I'm in the hundreds place, so I will multiply by 100. 129 times 100 equals 12,900. I know this is a new way of thinking. All I can ask is that you keep trying your best. We will get it together.